How's it going, everybody? Rybrave here today, and we are back with our Minnesota Wild Draft to Glory. And here in season number 2, we have yet again made the playoffs, and we'll be playing the Winnipeg Jets yet again, 2 seasons in a row. Hopefully, they don't become the team that just stands in our way, sort of like Boston does to Toronto. As far as this season is concerned, I think it was a very good season. I don't know where we go from here with the team. We've got Craig Takashi, who's a really promising player. He had a good season. We take a look at his stats here. He had 43 points, 33 goals, though. That was really, really solid to see that. And then we had Zach Parise have a very, very good season. 74 points, 82 games, 34 goals for him. So we got some good goal scorers on the team. The first line with Greenway. Love to see Greenway performing. Hate that it's on, on a contract year. Gonna have to pay him in the offseason, but really interested to see where you guys want me to go this offseason. Marcus Johansson did get his contract extension. He is still our first line center. 4 years at $5.5 million. Put up 56 points. It was not as good of a year as last year that got him the contract. So hopefully, I mean, if you look at it, he shot similar percentage, same amount of shots, really similar amount of goals. He just didn't get as much support around him. Playing a little less time on ice. It's not crazy to think that, you know, he is a 65 point getter, and we just had a really good season with him there. I believe we had Kevin Fiala on that first line last season with 65 points there. So he had his ice time really slashed, and putting up 46 points, not the end of the world for him. Not going to drop Parise. The second line has been good. Nick Bonino as well. 63 points plus 38. It's a ridiculously good, positive second line. The third line, there's a lot of reason to be hopeful here. Joel Eriksson Ek blossoming in real life to be one of the best two-way players in the game. But if I move him up there, we've got Sniper two-way. That's not what we want to see. That's not going to work. So move him up here, play him with Bonino, or move him away from Bonino, Zuccarello, and Joel Eriksson Ek. I mean, that's not a terrible idea. And then moving Bonino between Fiala and Takashi could be a move. We'll move Rask down to the bottom line. He had a good season, 31 points plus 10. But I kind of like the look of this line and the idea that Joel Eriksson Ek could grow to be maybe an 83. Could he be the next Marcus Johansson? I hope so. Anyway, the defensive core, we've got Suter and Dumba. Really good first pairing. This middle pairing, Spurgeon's good. Brodin, underrated, I think. Having an okay season for us. 27 points, that's actually way better than okay. Plus 13. And then Zamenhof, his rookie season was fine. He did end up not being a minus, so it's good to see him not starting his career on a minus. But 10 points for the defensive defenseman, I believe. He is a defensive defenseman. He's playing with the other defensive defenseman, Ian McCoshen, who came in and played next to him and was a good plus minus. He's really not done well this anywhere besides here. So I'm fine with it. And then in goal, we've got Cam Talbot here. He did not exactly have a Vezina trophy level season this year. Last year, he did win the Vezina. This year, not so much. We'll see how he does in the playoffs. Hopefully, it's better than that. Capo Kakinen, our backup, had a really good season. So maybe he's a guy we can turn to in the playoffs. We'll see. Scratch, we've got Susi and Mermans. Nobody, I think, is going to play in the AHL. Like, we got guys like Rossi, Kovanov, Bitten. These guys are guys I hope to make the jump next season. We do need that next wave of talent coming up. It's not great if we don't have that talent, especially in a draft to glory where I can't trade for or sign anybody. So that's not important right now. We're not thinking about next season right now. We're thinking about the Winnipeg Jets and what will they be throwing against us here. Winnipeg Jets, they have Kyle Connor, Scheifele, and Wheeler, a really solid first line. Vesalainen, Stepan, and Laine, so they still hang on to Laine. Don't have that second line center, but they do have a deep center core of third line guys, I'd say. These are pretty good players, but they're not bona fide number 2 centers. Vesalainen looking very good for a 22-year-old medium elite there. Nikolai Ehlers bumped to the third line with Krejci and Roslovic. That's a very scary third line. And then Harkins, Little, and Appleton. It's fine. I mean, it's a fourth line. It's nothing I'm going to be too scared of. They still have Dustin Byfuglien as well. Josh Morrissey, that's their first pairing. That's decent. They have a similar defensive core to ours with Nemeth and then Pionk and then Niku and Kulikov. So interesting to see how our defensive cores stack up. But they clearly have the advantage in goal with Connor Hellebuck. Had a good season in the playoffs last year. Had an okay season. It was maybe better. It was better than last year, but it wasn't much better. As you can see, he did better in real life, way better. This is probably the worst seasons of his career, and of course it comes in the EA sim. Either way, it's time to get going against the Winnipeg Jets. Game number 1 on the horizon. Let's see how it goes. Oh, man. You know what? I just want to win a few games, maybe make it out of this round. I don't think we're winning the cup this year with this roster. I still think we need a couple guys to grow and take that next step, or we might need to trade some players for picks and try and get up there. But again, with the no trade clauses and whatnot, we'll see just how far we can get to. But making the playoffs year in and year out is a good start. Anyway, first game of the series here in season number 2. Let's get it underway. First period, we are up 2-1 with Nick Bonino on the third line, and then Kirill Kaprizov on that first line, David Krejci on their third line. So both third lines chipping in. Nick Bonino playing between Takashi and Fiala, which I think is a great third line. I mean, the overalls may not be there, but I just, picturing that line, I think is really great. Second period, we score another one, and there's Craig Takashi in the third line coming in clutch. 2 goals for the third line in this game is exactly what you want to see come playoff time, especially for a team. We don't exactly have a ton of stars. Marcus Foligno on that fourth line with Victor Rask did his job. Jared Spurgeon chipping in with a goal, and it looks like we will get out of game number 1, stealing one on the road, barring a massive comeback. Oh, wow. When 2 goals pop up like that, I always get nervous. Laine scores, Takashi, and then Vesalainen. So Laine and Vesalainen finding their feet against Talbot, but not enough. It is a 6-3 final as our offense definitely comes to play, and Craig Takashi gets his first 2 playoff goals in this series. That's really good to see. He almost got himself a hat trick. Let's check out the lines that may have worked and lines that may have not worked. Makashin and Zamenhof were a -2, as well as the Parise, Zuccarello, Joel Eriksson, Ek line was a minus. 2 shots for Joel Eriksson, Ek. We do kind of need a sniper on that line. He did win 69% of his faceoffs. Nice. So that's kind of what we need. We do need somebody to win faceoffs. The Makashin-Zamenhof pairing is not one I can really do too much with. I don't have somebody scratched or somebody else that I can move up or down the lineup that would play better, and I don't really want to move Zamenhof up. I'd rather have the third pairing get 13 minutes a night, and that's it. No more, no less, maybe less, and really riding the top 2 pairings. Anyway, we got another game here in Winnipeg. Let's get it underway. First period, Winnipeg has found their goal footing, and that was worrying at the end of the last game. They did start to put in some goals. We had a lot of shots, but Hellebuck is having a bounce-back game. Krejci and Connor both with the goals. Third line for them, doing very good, sort of like ours. Second period, speaking of third, nope, that's the second line. Zach Parise scores. It is 3-1 to Winnipeg, though. Blake Wheeler extends the lead back to 2 for Winnipeg. Parise did cut it in half, the deficit, that is. But hopefully we can make a comeback here and make it competitive, maybe force overtime. A power play, unable to capitalize on the power play, and halfway through the period, it's not what we wanted. It is a Nikolai Ehlers goal, and it looks like Winnipeg is going to win this one. By how much, I'm not sure, but a 4-1 with 5 minutes to go really sounds like it's Winnipeg's game, and with 30 seconds to go, it's impossible at this point. 4-1 final for Winnipeg. What worked and what didn't work? Let's take a look at what didn't work. Kaprizov, Suter, Greenway, Dumba, Johansson. Okay, so Kaprizov, it was actually the first line that got bodied that game. First line hasn't been too spectacular as of late, so that's interesting to see. Maybe I should drop a guy like Greenway. I'm going to stick with it for one more game. They didn't seem to be a problem in game number 1. We won't make gut or knee-jerk reactions. I'm going to trust my gut here and say that was just a bad game for them. Let's hope they bounce back, because that -3 does cost us that one. And them not putting in a single goal costs us. If they would have evened it out, maybe even a bit, we could have forced overtime and maybe get a bounce to go our way. But game number 3 here on home ice at the XL Energy Center. Let's get it underway. First period, we are up 1-0, and Nick Bonino on that third line gets us a 1-0 lead. And I'm starting to think, does Nick Bonino deserve to go up on the first line between Johansson and Kaprizov, moving Greenway down to maybe the second or third line? Who knows? But so far, Bonino has been a very, very good player in this series. Second period, it's 3-1. Krejci ties it, but Fiala on that third line, guys, is killing it. And then Kaprizov scores, so the first line does get their act together, gets their butts in gear, and gets us a goal, no longer being a big fat minus for this game, I hope. I'm not sure, actually. But halfway through the period, it's not going exactly how we want. Scheifele gets one back for Winnipeg, and now it's anybody's game but Zach Parise scoring that pivotal next goal. Nemeth, though, with 4 minutes to go. We got 2 minutes. Can we shut the door? Talbot he can, and a little bit of a scare there, but a very good series so far, as we are up 2-1 in the series. Winnipeg did give us a scare in the third period, like I mentioned. What worked, what didn't work? What didn't work was McCoshen, so the bottom of the team. What was it? It looks like Brodeen with McCoshen. Maybe they got caught out there. You can see here, McCoshen's only playing 12 minutes a night. Foligno 9 minutes, Rask 9 minutes, Hartman 9 minutes. And then, you know what? Fiala, Bonino, Takashi only playing 13 minutes. I'd love to see a little bit more. Zamenhof with 13 minutes. Good to see him doing okay with that. 2 hits, fine, no penalties, whatever. Maybe we should take a look at who we have playing as much. I don't really think we're leaning on anybody all that much. I don't think we've got too much time on ice for anybody. Maybe Kaprizov, Kaprizov only playing 17 minutes a night in the playoffs right now. Makes me upset. I'd love to see him out there more, but considering he is a sniper, I can't put him on the penalty kill, that's for sure. Takashi has got 15 minutes a night. Bonino's got 15 minutes a night. Bonino is on the power play too. Maybe move him up for there. No, I don't think so. Fiala over Takashi, but I think we're going to leave it. The power play hasn't been an issue per se. But Jordan Greenway, how much time are you playing? He's playing 18 minutes a night. He is what, a -2? The whole first line is a -2. And I can potentially switch it up and move Greenway down there. Having Takashi center Fiala and Greenway is an option. It's not something I want to do, so I'm not going to. But that is an option if things start to go haywire. We are up 2-1 though. Things are not going haywire. Let's get into game number 4. And can we win a third game? Take a 3-1 series lead. First period, it's 2-1. Blake Wheeler opens the scoring, but Joel Eriksson Ek and Zuccarello. So the second line finally starts going a little bit. I know Zach Parise has gotten a couple goals, but it's good to see the second line really getting in gear. Second period, there we go. There's another 2-1 period for us as Little again opens it, but Fiala on the power play. So there's the second power play unit. And then Kaprizov, the guy that we have for the future. He's so much fun to watch in real life, I might add. The Minnesota Wild are quickly becoming Fiala scoring. I was going to say, in real life, Sabres fan, me, really looking to find a new team to watch for this season. Minnesota caught my interest. Another thing that catches my interest, though, is Scheifele cutting it to 2 with the power play. We can't get it back up to 3, but a 5-3 game with 5 minutes to go is where I'd want to sit. Kevin Fiala gets his hat trick, and he is single-handedly carrying us to a 7-4 victory. What a lot of goals. There's been a lot of goals in the last 5 minutes of these periods so far in this series, but 7-4 victory. We take a look at who did well, who did not do well. Plus minus is really the only way. I know plus minus isn't a great stat, but at least here I can see what lines might not be working. Suter and Dumba, they're getting 26 minutes a night, and the fourth line was, I can't, like, really. If I have to complain about the fourth line having 8 minutes a night and getting scored on once, I can't really complain too much. Cam Talbot's not happy with his recent individual performance, but I am because, well, he's got 3 wins so far. Zamenhof is happy because of locker room interactions. The fans are 100% happy, and I don't blame them. And the locker room team chemistry is at 77, so that is fine there for me. Let's get it underway. Game number 5 on the road yet again, winning both at home. Can we keep it going? First period, Winnipeg gets their 1 goal. We don't get our 2. Scheifele scores 5 minutes into the game, opens the scoring for Winnipeg, who have their backs against the wall. Second period, nobody scores. It's 24-17 in shots, so Winnipeg is really coming out strong, but only scoring 1 goal. Does that start to creep into the back of their mind? Is Talbot starting to get to him? I know he was upset because of his recent individual performance, and he certainly bounced back, so he's showing me that he's got the capability to. And Zach Parise, with 9 minutes to go in the period, is going to get us a 1-1 game, but a 5-on-3, and Kyle Connor is going to score. But Kaprizov, with 3 minutes to go, equalizes for us, and we're going to head into overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go watch. Here we are, guys. I couldn't resist this jersey matchup. This is such a beautiful jersey matchup. We have a chance to advance out of round 1 here with 1 more goal, but in come the Winnipeg Jets. Kaprizov there does win it back. He gets to the outside. Bufflin is going to absolutely destroy him. Yeah, buddy, you've not actually played against Big Buff in your career. Johansson! Ooh, what a find from Greenway. What an intercept, and then finds Johansson down low and in. Unable to beat Hellebuck. What a good performance there. Good intercept by Suter, and I'm really glad I didn't trade him now. Greenway tries the toe drag, gets it knocked off. There's Bufflin. Up to Scheifele, who's going to find Kyle Connor and get it out of the zone and into ours. Scheifele Now circles around with it. Bufflin in front to Wheeler. Can't get that one to go. A good, dangerous poke there from Dumba, though. Johansson does find, I believe that is Parise. We got Matt Zuccarello now. Zuccarello can't get that puck in, and we're trying to get the second line out there, but no dice there. Can we get this puck up and out? We'll get the second defensive pairing out there. Johansson finds Zuccarello. Zuccarello gets it knocked off by Pionk. Vesalainen, come on, Johansson, get off the ice, my guy. Like, please. I think he did just get off the ice. A good nudge there, and Spurgeon's going to pick that one up. In comes Joel Eriksson Ek, gets rubbed off the puck along the boards. Let's go. Line A now. Do not let... Oh, what the heck was that? Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'll take it. It's a free dump for us. We're getting our third line out there. He's going to toe drag Derek Stepan. Vesalainen, and it's going to trickle in under the glove of Talbot. And yeah, guys, that's going to be Cam Talbot. He's going to give those up every once in a while and gives Winnipeg life in this series. It is a 3-2 series after we just lost, I think, 3-2 in overtime. We did get lucky to get here, all things considered, but that's poor defense there. I believe that's Brodin, just kind of let Vesalainen walk in alone, kind of overcommitted. We had the guy who passed it. I think it was Scheifele. Spurgeon had him. Or it might have been, no, it was Stepan had him. But anyway, let's jump in to game number 6, and hopefully we can close this series out. Here we go, guys. Game number 6 on the horizon after losing 3-2 in overtime. Spurgeon having a great playoff series there as well. We're on home ice. Can we keep the good times rolling at home? First period, we're down 2-0. We clearly can't. Jack Roslovic and Kulikov scoring for the Winnipeg Jets. Second period, it is 3-0 as Roslovic scores again. The third line coming in clutch for them, but Zach Parise on our second line. Can we mount an insane comeback? 3 goals in 1 period would be massive. A power play opportunity. That's the one we got to capitalize on. We get another one, and we don't capitalize on that one either. If we didn't capitalize on the first one, we had to capitalize on that second one. And with 90 seconds to go, it's going to be an empty netter for Appleton. It's a 4-1 final. What worked? What didn't work? What didn't work was Zach Parise. Spurgeon and Brodin, another bad game for those guys. Brodin, not having a great time, man. Really not having a great time. I don't like that at all. He's a +3. Actually, they're good. They just had they killed it, right? Do I move Spurgeon up and Dumba down? Give Spurgeon that extra ice time because he's been doing so well. I mean, he was leading the team in points. And now we're 1 game away, guys. We just dropped 2. We cannot drop 3. Let's go. Game 7. I'm not changing anything. Offense needs to wake up. Let's go. First period. It's not what you want to see. You don't want to see so many periods where you're not scoring. Second period. We do finally wake up the offense with the Zach Parise power play goal. Our pretty much hero right now. And Craig Takashi scores as well for us. Kyle Connor gets one for them, and it's anybody's game, 2-2. Game 7, third period, tied up. Power play opportunity. Our power play can't capitalize on what's a massive chance. And that one goes begging, and you wonder if that's going to be the difference in this game. First half of the period goes by with neither team striking. With 5 minutes to go, any goal should surely decide the series. We have a power play. We're going into overtime, boys. 2-2, game 7, overtime. See you there. Here we go, guys, in Winnipeg with the whiteout, one of the coolest scenes in hockey. I decided to go with the normal jersey matchup because the last jersey matchup did not help us very much. The luck was not on our side. But good pass there. Now Spurgeon's jumping in the rush. What's he going to do with it? He's trying to dangle. He finds Suter. Ooh, he finds Greenway. We get the puck. Kaprizov, they're fighting for it. Greenway takes the shot. Oh, through traffic. It did make it through, but not onto the net. That one might have had eyes had it gone in. It goes wide, and we're still playing here. A good stop there. Great from Suter. Now we have Greenway. He's going to find Kaprizov. Kaprizov! Bufflin's in the way. Scheifele now with the puck. He's going to try and dangle. Suter's on him. Suter's going to pick up that puck, but it goes back to Scheifele. They're going to find Connor. Poked away. Suter carries it up and out of the zone. Gets stood up by Bufflin, who's been just an absolute game changer in this series. I think his size has really been something we've not been able to deal with. And Zuccarello now getting into the zone, fearing Bufflin, but does find the pass to Parise, who is our hero right now in this series, scoring big goals when it matters. And a good pass there to Joel Eriksson Ek in the slot for a one-timer, and a good save by Connor Hellebuck. We get a full line change, a full stoppage now. Second defensive pairing is out there with Dumba and Brodin. Brodin, takes the shot, almost picks the corner. Can't quite get it. I was going to say that's going to be what a redemption arc for Brodin after the last overtime. He's going to step up on Pionk. Zach Parise is going to skate behind the net, line A chasing him, but does find the pass up and out of the zone. Now we got a chance in the zone. Dumba breaks it in. Eriksson Ek on the back. Oh my goodness, on the back door. Zuccarello, the door closed quickly. He had an opportunity, just couldn't get the shot away in time. And here's Pionk again trying to dangle and get in the zone. A big mistake from him as he's left his defensive positioning. We don't really have anybody there. We do find Craig Takashi! Craig Takashi, the rookie, is gonna get the rebound, and we're gonna win this one. Game 7, overtime, book it. Round 2, Craig Takashi wins it for your Minnesota Wild. Oh my word, that is insane. Craig Takashi coming up in the clutch. Talk about massive opportunity for the youngster, and he follows through with it. He takes his opportunity in the biggest game of his career so far, and we're gonna send these fans home silent. Can we get a replay of the goal, please? No, that's Brodin's shot. I thought that one was gonna go in. Here we go, we got the pass. He's gonna shoot. He's gonna be quicker to his own rebound. The kid with the beard, is that a silver beard? Is that just a light black? I don't know, but either way, what a massive, massive goal for this franchise and for my tenure as GM. So what do we got here? How did this thing all start? Joel Eriksson Ek gets the pass from Dumba. Dumba on the second pairing now. Wouldn't have been out there if otherwise. Joel Eriksson Ek. Pionk, actually, this is the Pionk play where he stepped in the rush too hard, right? Eriksson Ek finds Takashi, who's gonna shoot low off the pad. Hellebuck leaves the rebound. And the first one to react to it was Takashi. He gets around Nemeth. He takes the shot. Nemeth tried to block it, had stopped in the process, and Takashi gets the rebound, and all he has to do is shovel it into an empty cage. And there's Takashi scoring the biggest goal of his career. Take it in, ladies and gentlemen. That's a face that screams, I just won it in Game 7 overtime. That's a face that screams, I just won it in Game 7 overtime, ladies and gentlemen. But there he is, the hero of today's episode. I will catch you guys in the next one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys in round number 2.